We have studied schedule management plan. There are 6 process planning, define activities, sequence activities, limit the duration, develop and control. Then we have work packages where we have to divide it into 3, which will come into activity list, activity attributes, and the milestone, which is having 0 duration, but it's a specific event. Then we'll go to predecessor and successor. We have 4 kinds of relationship there. Finish to start, a little bit more. Finish to start, start to finish, and start to start, finish to finish, and start to finish. Then we have dependencies, which is of 4 types: internal, external, mandatory, and discretionary. Then we go to lead and lag. Lag is delay, and lead is we have some time in hand. Next is our duration of each activity, which is again divided to analogous, parametric, bottom up, and 3-point estimation. And after that, we have very important thing, which is the critical path, which is a network diagram, critical path, and where we have a critical activity. In critical path, we have
Thank
zero
you,
flow.
Nandita. Your time's up. Team 2, please. Team 2.
Are we team 2?
Go ahead,
3.
Samrat.
Okay, we are team 3.
Yeah, anyone can go, please.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Sorry. So we went from schedule to schedule management plan. In that, we first discussed about schedule activities, which is attribute list, and then activity attributes, then milestone chart. Then we have talked about precedence relation, where start to finish, finish to start, FSSS. Then we talked about discussed about estimation, in which analog, parametric, bottom up, 3-point. Then we took 3-point estimation, further explained into optimistic, pessimistic, most likely. Then we took critical path, critical activity, and in which we only 0 float is allowed. We discussed about that. Then we discussed about business allocation, network diagram, lead and lag concept, hard logic and soft logic, in which mandatory dependency and preferred practices, like soft logic considered as preferred practices and hard logic considered as mandatory dependency. Then we talked about crashing and fast tracking, under which we talked about that crashing means like going into increased resources, fast tracking means parallel activities. Then resource leveling, resource smoothing, float, Then we talked about dependencies, such as external, internal, mandatory, what is the last one? Discretionary, and then predecessor and successor. These are...
Okay, so you need to explain me business allocation after the last team has explained what is business allocation that you have written. Okay, next team. Imran, go ahead. Yes, Imran, please continue. Yes, Imran.
Yes, I can. We started with the schedule management. So first the activities, and then the activities into the list, attributes and milestone list, and there are relationship, which are the 4 types, and then the dependencies, which are the mandatory, and the discriminatory, which is the hard logic and the soft logic. Both are internal and external, and there is lag and lead. Lag is about the delay, and the lead is like overlap. And then the types of estimates, which is the analogous, parametric, bottom up, and the 3-point. Analogous is similar previous project or historical data, and the parametric same with the parameters. The bottom up means we divide the work plan structure and then the detail in the activities and take up from the up to the bottom to the up. The 3 points is the optimistic, most likely, and the pessimistic. In this, there is a triangular and the beta distribution. In the network diagram, there is a critical path, which is the longest path, and there are some critical. Those are the critical activities, which is a 0 float. And the float which other has can be delayed without impacting the project schedule. And we can reduce the duration by crashing or the fast tracking. Crashing will impact the cost, which is more cost, and the fast tracking, there is a risk more. And the resource optimization, there is the resource leveling and the smoothing, and there is schedule baseline and the schedule management plan.